Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to resume the flight from this afternoon, San Francisco to Salt Lake City, through the magic of FSiPanel. We are about 19,000 feet, right over the Bonneville Salt Flats. You can see the little, there's our little rest stop there that you can get out and walk on the Salt Flats. And we are due west of Salt Lake City. FSiPanels lets us set up anywhere on an approach or an arrival, and I'm hoping that we will have the weather similar to what we had when we were first coming in. If not, let's actually go take a look. Have a couple things have to pull into the flight deck. One of which is this FS desktop. This is what I use to talk to you. Oh, and I need to go like this. Alright, now I should be able to hear you should you have something to say to me. And number two, we'll bring in the other iPad. And then we can go ahead and get rid of this. And you'll see here on the corner, or actually on, we can put this right here. See right here, aircraft ready, hold brakes for 3 seconds to take control. Aircraft is ready. It's already programmed most of the stuff. I've just taken a quick second to make sure everything is ready to go. Now we got to finish setting up a couple little admin things. So I can go like that. And we can go bring this up here. And we want to go there. And we will reload our flight. Give us a little jitters there. But yeah, if you were with me earlier today, you enjoyed the absolute disaster of my USB hub destroying itself. So, with this, we'll set up for runway 34 left. Alright, well, that's not ideal. That's all. Okay. So, alright, well, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And we should be good to go. We have control. And now we're going to go ahead and switch it up so we have runway 34 left. What do you think of that? So we're going to change runway 34 left. Add to route. There we go. And we will do the ILS runway 34 left. And let's see, where does that one bring us into? We'll go FFU. There we go. Now we just need to go back over here. And yeah, there's some strange gremlins in the system tonight, folks, or today. So we're going to go ILS runway 34 left, FFU. And we are coming in on the Watts 5, so we can go ahead and execute that. And now let's go look at our legs page. We will go Knoll is next. There we go. Execute that, and we should have a new altitude for Knoll. So we are going down to 6,000 feet, and that was for the ILS runway 16 right. So now with that, let's go ahead and look at the ILS runway 34 left. 6,100 feet for that. 6,100 feet, and our heading is 344. So let's spin this all the way around to 344. Set 6,100. We are good. LNAV, VNAV, all set. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of that vector. So it'll be FFU Cedar to FFU. So we're golden. 111.9. Let's go into our nav radio, 111.9344, all set. So, all right, folks, appreciate you being here. Appreciate your patience coming through number 2. This is an amazing aircraft. But even more amazing is the FSI panel. It stands for Flight Simulator Instructor Panel, and it's what you see the person that runs the simulator parked on inside the sim. So one of the other things we want to do here, go there, back, and we want to go 0.11. Oh, it's already in there. And 125, so we're good. We are getting ready to come up on our top of descent just past Knoll, and there you are. We are past the Great Bonneville Salt Flat. So we're coming in. We're going to come in over Tooele, and then we'll make a right-hand turn down to the south, turn around, and land runway 34 left. Oh, stand by. Alright, well, what I was trying to do is find out what gate we can park this little fella at, but it does not appear that there is any gates in Salt Lake City that'll accept a 777-300ER. So, saying that, we can either park in cargo or to a de-ice spot. So let's go back to the airports, look at the charts. Taxi. And let's see, nothing there. Let's see, where's cargo? De-ice pad Lima. I do fit on 7 Lima. You know what? We will just pull in and we will pick a gate. So we're planning on exiting right around Alpha 8 or Alpha 7. So we're gonna do all right here. Okay, let's get this one back out of the way. And let's fly this approach. Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate your patience with us. Go to the legs page. We'll pull up runway 34 left. Put that in the fixed page. /10. /5. Give us a couple hints as to how we're doing. There's Tooele right there, Miller Motorsports Park all the way on the south end of that town. Great Salt Lake. I'm surprised my windshield isn't covered in mosquitoes right now. Let's go out and take a look at the aircraft. That's it, the Great Salt Lake. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. Close. Where are we? Right there. There we go. And if you're curious, there is a interesting video out there back a few years ago when drones were coming up and they were using drones. There's a couple guys out of Salt Lake City that build lights for drones for doing cinematography. They have like a 1,000,000 candle power light that they put on this drone, and they flew it right along 80 over there during the winter. It was interesting that I was able to pick it out just simply because I've driven that road so many times. I know exactly where they were taking the video from. So there's Salt Lake Airport up there just on the left. We're going to go up here, make a right once we get around the mountains here, and continue our descent down into Salt Lake City. Approach, we can go ahead and check that one off. Normal. Speed brake armed. Should have, we might go right over Provo. We go down, do we go down that far? Should have just gone into Provo Municipal. Ah, well, shoulda, coulda, woulda. There's the airport. There's Eagle Mountain down there. We can go just turn around that. Alright, there we go. Doing alright here. We are going to check this. We're going to go to graphics, VR. Apply and save that. See if that does anything for us. There we go. Tired of seeing some of these squares pop in like right as we look at them. And we are able to turn on all our lights except for the taxi light. We'll turn that one on once we're clear to land. Looks like everything's good to go here. We can go ahead and let everybody know to remain in their seats, and we are set. A little bit haphazard with the arrival tonight, but it's better than today when I had absolutely no control of the aircraft and it was pretty much just flying itself. Mac, welcome back. So, a power brick that had my USB power hubs on them was kind of dangling by a thread. Well, it was dangling by all the power cables that were into it. So, it was causing the USB to kind of go back and forth, and then it just shut them all down. So, oh well. Welcome back. How's your shift going? Should only have like 6 hours left, only 8 hours left if you ask Andy. But for now, I have screwed them into the underside of the desk. So there we go. Cabin is ready. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake 3. Speed brake has been armed. We're good for arrival. So we're going to go ahead and make the left-hand turn here in about 5 miles. Once we get over Indian Peak, Eagle Mountain. Four to go. Excellent. Well, depending on how this one goes, I might hop back in and do another one. We will see. Because right out there is Provo Airport, and I really like that one. That's a good executive airport. GA. Monkey, how's it going, pal? Welcome back, man. Oh, you weren't late. I was spontaneous and jumping in, so I appreciate it. This is just a redo of the approach from today. Got all my hardware back together, so we should be good to go. Getting ready to make the left turn to join the ILS runway 34 left. There we go, a little calmer of an approach. Yeah, there's the Provo Airport right there on the point. It's a fun little airport if you're, yeah. The other one is if you're a Post Malone fan, that's where his jet is parked. So, good little airport. Post Malone's a good guy, so no problems flying in and out of there. I think his house is right back up there in the mountains. Oh. Getting some hero shots here. There's the airport. There we go. All right. There we go. Getting ready to join the finals so we can, let's see. We are still out quite a ways. Come back up and gap between those two hills right there. Alright, there we go. We are slowing. Have to use some speed brakes to do it, but we're doing alright. That's what they're there for. Well, would you look at this? Monkey, I don't necessarily play a lot of games. If I'm going to go on PlayStation, I'll do some Modern Warfare or something like that. But beyond that, no, I don't really play a whole lot. And would you look at that? The winds are about what it was when we were earlier, so we are going to actually select this heading and actually fly out. We're going to go back to 10,000 feet. Let's go to 12,000 feet. We'll do flight level change. And with those winds, I'm going to go ahead and turn around and we're going to go ahead and do an ILS runway 16 right from fans and execute that. Let's go to our legs page and we will go fans. There we go. And let's see where we're at. We're actually going to head a little more to the west. 320. What do you think? There we go. And now with that, we're going to go in here. We get to change our flight. 34 left. That's not right for us. So we're going to go here. We're going to go runway 16 left. Add to route. Probably join. Let's go with the Watts arrival. Departure arrival, Watts. And 16 right, fans, and execute. Go to the legs page, and what are we looking at there? We want Quipa. They want us at 9,000 feet at Quipa. And we can go ahead and VNav, LNav it now. There we go. All right, we're gonna hold. We're gonna see what we could do about holding 200 knots. Let's go 210 while we do that. So yeah, looking at the winds right now, looks like we are 191 at 21, so that would be a total tailwind landing 34 right. There we go. We're on our way. 9,000 feet for Quipa, and then we can go ahead and go down to 6,000. Yeah, Monkey Beyond Modern Warfare. Not a lot of time for games. I play with my dogs or hang out with my family or fly the flight simulator, so oh, and I'll bet I have vectors. So we'll go ding ding, execute that. We're set. And we'll make that 9,000. Make that 7,500. Execute that. Let's check our nav radios. So with our new approach, oh, we're going ILS 16 left from fans. Or ILS 16 right. I do know most of the controls and a lot of the systems of the airplane. Yes, I do. Alright, so we're 111.9. Let's check 111.9, 164. Let's get that dialed in there. .164, 6,000 feet, 210 knots for now. We might just choose Euphemi. There we go, out over the Great Salt Lake. A little better scenery. I turned off that map enhancement, so I think it's working a little better. Just got rid of all the stuff. Map enhancements caused me nothing but trouble. And there you have it. The airport's right over there. Monkey underscore, I did earn my pilot's license back in the 90s. I no longer fly. Have not been current since the late 90s, so. Yeah, Mac, it's kind of tough. I mean, I liked it. It's, I don't know. I like it. I think it has some potential, but I think it just causes a lot more grief than it's worth. Well, for me. Yeah, there you have it. But you have to install, if you've had it installed, you kind of have to install it and keep it there. Just don't turn it on. And that's the tempting part. You always want to do it. It's like really crying out loud. Actually, we'll clear that. Oh, really? Over Toulouse, huh? Well, let's see, you got 3.5 more hours to go, so we'll get in there, we'll see what we got. KLM 590. That makes a little better. A little smoother transition. We are flaps 5, so we've been cruising along with that for a minute. We do not have our gear dragging, but we're ready for it. Speed brake's good. Speed's down about 210. We're holding that. And winds are coming out in off of the lake, so tablet is getting its weather information from real time. The simulator itself is getting its information from the time I set in the simulator, so that's good to know. Alright, right turn inbound coming up in 0.2 of a mile. Here we go. And we should start our descent down to 8,000. Oh no, we're 9,000. Coming through having a tailwind there. We're good to go. Oh, probably want to bring that up, don't we? Landing rate monitor. See how we do on this one. There's Layton military base. And 30 miles out, we're good to go. Got the runway in sight. Runway 316 right. Looks like we do have localizer signal, so we can go ahead and arm up the localizer. Looks like we've captured the localizer. Localizer is captured. We're good. And glide slope's coming in as well. Descending down to 6,000 feet here in just a moment. Or 7,500, so we're good to go. And we're about 20 miles, 10 miles out. 20 miles from the runway. Nice and controlled. Really? Now the wind switches around that way? Alright, Monkey, I appreciate you being here. We're just about 5 minutes away from touchdown, so thanks for being here. We'll talk to you in a little bit. I do appreciate you watching the streams, pal. Thank you very much. Alright, gonna slow down to 200. And with that, we can go flaps 15. And we're going to adjust our scale so we're 10 miles since we are 20 miles out. And got the pink dot inside the white circle. Once we get the diamond within both of those, we're going to go ahead and arm up the approach. That's looking pretty good right there. Glide slope has been armed, and we'll see what happens here in just a moment. We should capture that, and 6,000 feet. We're good. Here we go. We are on the, and that is gear down, coming up on 10 miles. Down to 170.
$2,500.
2,500 is looking good. Oh, look at that wind swirling around the lake. All right, well, here we go. Landing 1-6 right, just like we did today. Crazy winds. We'll see how we do. Gear down, 7 miles out. Flaps 30. We are settling this aircraft down, getting her slowed and ready to roll. Nine knot tailwind. Eleven knot tailwind. Always, oh, for crying out loud. 18 knot tailwind.
$1,000.
That's looking a little rough,
Sync
folks.
rate.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 7. Alright, I can do that.
Sync rate. Sync rate. $100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
right, with that, we have landed in. Select your flow. There we go. Everything's going to be taken care of for us. We're good to go there. And we're going to taxi over to the concourse terminal. I appreciate you guys joining me. Nice. Thanks. Flow complete. And we are set. We're good to go. We're going to taxi into the ramp. We're going to go all the way over to the other taxiway there. What do you think? Let's, where would be a pretty place to park this plane besides out here in the middle of nowhere, being as large as she is? So APU is on and we're good. Here we go. Welcome to Salt Lake City, everyone. A little better when you can actually control the airplane once it gets landing, even though I didn't do a good job of it. But 313, that was acceptable. That wasn't awesome. There we go. Alright. What do you think? What do you think into that corner one right there on the end? See what it does for us. Let's do that. See if we can come in at an angle and not take up. What do you maybe around the corner? What do you think? 'Cause none of these gates are supposed to be big enough for a 777. But this airport looks good. This is the VATSIM airport. I had this one for a little while. Drove me nuts flying into Salt Lake as much as we did when all they had were like jetways out in the middle of nowhere. So Alpha 2. Perfect. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Did you catch that landing? It was a good one. I'm going to give this gate right here a try. We're going to come around. We're going to give it a hard right turn. And we can go ahead and turn all of these off now. Park on the Delta gates. They're not going to be happy with this. What in the heck? Go on, take a look, see where we go. Closing the road. There we go. We're going to go ahead and park it right here. We're set there. We can go ahead and turn off 1 and 2. Let's see what we can do with getting the ground power and everything hooked up. Let's see if it'll accept anything. Beacon off. Why would I put you in timeout? There we go. Looks like we got ground power, so we can go ahead and get that APU turned off. There we go. Off. And we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Salt Lake City. I appreciate you for joining me on that second leg of our flight from earlier today. Due to some hardware issues, I was unable to get the aircraft landed correctly. So we're set to go there. We can go ahead and turn off all our fuel pumps. There we go, and there you go. We are all set. Should have this to bleed down. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. That wasn't the world's greatest, but it was an acceptable landing. 313 feet per minute, about a 11 knot tailwind right there just before touchdown. Should have stuck with the original landing, 3-4 left. But we are here now. I want to thank you for flying with me. If you like this type of flying, hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell. That way you know when I hop in. My flight number is Pan Am 69 Heavy. Papa Alpha Alpha 69er, and it's a heavy aircraft. So, and that's going to do it for the stream for now. Might hop back in here in a minute and do some approaches or something similar to what we just did, because I really do like that FSiPanel. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me. That's going to do it from the flight deck. Hope you had a good time. We'll catch you on the next one.